to It Figures, a show with nothing but facts. We speak the truth, nothing but the truth, so help us toys.
And we can't say nothing on the internet unless it's true.
That's a fact. You just heard it again. It's obviously true.
Yep.
Here's a fact. How much does Thor's hammer actually weigh?
42 stones.
They did the math on this. Like real scientists or whatever actually did the math because it's supposed to weigh as much as a star. 400 billion elephants. That's how much it weighs. I don't know how much. It's like 425 quadrillion pounds. Or tons. So I'm not even sure what that is.
Wait a minute. So is quadrillion or a ton more in your mind?
Hmm?
You said quadrillions. Then you said
quadrillion tons.
Oh, tons. Okay. Quadrillion.
That's a lot.
That's a couple.
Because apparently the hammer was made from a star or something. Thor's hammer. Which means that the Hulk should not have been able to pick it up.
Well, if it was so heavy, would it smash the ground and kind of went into the ground, sunk?
I don't know.
It would almost have to, right?
Well, if it weighed as much as 400 billion elephants, I would imagine that it would go through the earth. But I'm not a scientist. I sell Verizon cell phones.
That much is clear.
That what?
Well, you're not a scientist.
Oh. Episode 193.
You don't have a coat.
I got a coat. It's a jacket. You can look us up in the dictionary or on Craigslist. We also have a Twitter account. Am I getting close?
Well,
just go with
it. I mean, you can probably find us on Craigslist under...
Yeah? Chick seeking a handsome guy?
Well, for dirt, there's probably an ad talk, something about hairy man wants to come to your house and play with your toys. But it's not what you think. That's a completely different category.
This is exactly what it sounds like. Oh, wait. No, it's not what it sounds like?
No.
Tell them where they can find it.
You're like, oh, a toy is cool. I always want him to come and hang out and check my collection out. It's not what he's looking for.
He just wants to come over and play with your toys.
He has a whole different kind of toy collection that we just don't want to go into.
Sketchy.
Anyways, welcome to It Figures. I'm, of course, Killen with the Scotty Cash. You can find us at itfigurespodcast.com, a part of the Pop Culture Network. Now we got that out of the way, we'll go ahead and move on into the news.
Hey, can we put that? Can we put that video link up that we watched earlier today?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to put it in somewhere.
Don't forget, I found this video. This chick sent me this video. She's like, "Watch this. You want to think it's very funny?" And then I watched it and almost pissed myself. So I sent it to everybody that I knew. So
this YouTube video that we're talking about is, and this is our first news story, by the way, apparently. So it's just a random guy who dressed up like Batman and has like a cardboard cutout of his like speeder bike or whatever.
His bad cycle thing.
And he's making the noise as he's running down the street randomly and freaking everybody out.
He's just going, wah, wah! And he's just doing that as he's running in the mall, he's running down the street, he's going down some stairs.
And it's just so ridiculous that, we thought we should bring it to your attention because if you don't know about it, you should.
Yes. I'm glad I do. Thank you, Michaela.
And thank you, Scotty, for sharing that. So, going on to the next story, we have a look at the Batman Classics TV series 6-inch figure 2-packs from Mattel. Now, you would have seen some of the first images of this at Toy Fair, but now they do have some more additional details about the figures. Let's see, they are, of course, based off the 1966 TV show. And so you're going to get that style and look of them in these 2-packs, including I guess it's just a Batman and Robin, right?
It's Batman and Robin, then I would imagine that the Penguin and Riddler will come together. I can't wait for these figures.
Oh, wait.
Big fan.
Okay, yeah. And then...
I love that Penguin, dude.
The Penguin. You like the older one?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I had... my favorite Batman villain is definitely the Penguin.
Why?
I just always liked him.
Because he's a pimp?
No, I think because Danny DeVito did such a good job in Batman Returns that it just kind of carried over to, like, the cartoon. He was awesome. The old cartoon, he was awesome. I like his colors, like the Batman that you just had the other day, the blue with the colored umbrella. That's the old Superpowers Penguin. That's badass.
So,
what are you thinking these are going to be? We're talking about either $39.99 or $35.99.
No, I don't think so. It's Mattel. It's probably going to be, well, I don't know. They're getting kind of high lately.
Yeah.
Maybe probably 20, 25.
No way.
Maybe
you gotta think
29.
You got to think that they're, what are they, like $17.99 a piece?
Well, how much were those DCs versus
those were 30.
Masters? There's 30?
$34.99.
They're 34.95.
I'm positive.
I thought they were 20. Maybe they're 30. I'll say 30. That's about right. I mean, if you're gonna pay $15 a figure,
I'm gonna say 30. I'm gonna say 35. 35.99 at Toys R Us, because Toys R Us has been jacking the prices up a dollar or two here and there on different things.
Well, they're slated to hit the comic specialty shops in June. So, and they're going to be probably released at mass retail. And it's not clear if they're going to show up mass retail or the specialty shops first. But considering how generally our kind of stores get screwed a lot, you're probably going to see them out Toys R Us probably by the time you're listening to this. So be on the lookout for those hitting this summer. Okay, let's see what else. And moving on, we have some product info and images for Hasbro's 2013 Jurassic Park line. Let's see. So, of course, as you know, on April 5th, they're going to be releasing the Jurassic Park 3D movie. And
hey, look at that!
Well,
speaking of, I got my fake my Power Ranger fake Jurassic Park shirt on.
So let me be clear about this. They're re-releasing the original, but in 3D, not Jurassic Park 3D like it's a new movie.
I'm gonna go. I'll be there.
So, in anticipation of that, they're going to release some figures, and looks like we have a couple here. The first one is going to be Jurassic Park Dino Battlers, which is about a $7.99 figure, and
does it come with a little dinosaur? Is that the one that comes with the little dinosaur?
They're going to be in 3-inch size. Delivers.
Scroll down and see if there's another image. Yeah, they
Yeah,
all
yeah.
come. It's a little figure and a little dinosaur.
Yeah, a little G.I. Joe size Hasbro, standard 3 3/4 figure, and with a little miniature, probably about a 2-inch dinosaur.
About a week or two ago, maybe 3 weeks, maybe even a month. I don't know. My timelines are horrible. We kind of talked about like the bigger packs of the Jurassic Park figures, but now they're just released more images of the 2-packs of the smaller ones.
And then, so they got 4 different ones here. So that would be the Dino Battlers, and then there's going to be the Dino Trackers. Let's see, which is going to be $9.99, and that will includes a human with a specialized weapon and a dinosaur. So those are kind of like a deluxe version. There's going to be a Jurassic Park Dino Growlers, which are going to be $17.99.
Oh, you love those.
And these will feature a specialized attacking Fearsome 2 Growlers. That's not really clear. So it's going to be, I guess it's just a pack of dinosaurs. And then the last one will be the Jurassic Park Dino Showdown set. And this is a set between humans and dinosaurs. Let's see. So there's 2 different sets to collect, and I don't know, it doesn't even say what's in it.
Some of those are awesome. So
it's just going to be a dinosaur and human pack, basically. There's going to be 2 different ones. And I wish they would have linked the pictures with the information so it's a little more clear. But that's what's coming out, and you should see those hitting stores probably at the beginning of the month, just about in time for release for the movie. You may be lucky and find them at Toys R Us now, since they seem to get things a little earlier than everybody else. But, 4 different product lines with a mix of characters, so you should be able to get a nice little collection going if you do care about the Jurassic Park toys, and I never really collected them that much.
I had a few of them.
I could see like the humans being worthwhile to like G.I. Joe collectors. Maybe if you don't care about the dinosaurs as much, you want to add in some new guys to your army.
I would imagine that it'd be vice versa. I wouldn't want the fake G.I. Joe, and I wouldn't mind the little dinosaur guy.
I don't know, man. I collect a lot of G.I. Joe. I mean, I don't have mine open, but I think I would collect all the other random, even the generic, like the core figures, and I would just mix them all together because I don't really care about brand. They would all have to be the same scale, though.
You're such a rebel. You know that?
I know. I'm just fast and loose. Fast and loose.
You live your life one quarter mile at a time.
Look, I just don't put labels on things,
Oh yeah.
That's all. And also, we got some news from the 4 Horsemen's new line of figures that they're going to start releasing, and it looks like they're going to be. I guess their variants on what they're calling the Raven figure, and it looks like a bunch of birds.
They look like giant battle beasts, and they look they look amazing.
That's the good way of describing them. Like
click on that cardinal.
Large battle beasts, but they're all like bird themed. So you know you got like
bad,
a duck,
dude.
you got like a cardinal.
That's bad. That's legit.
So yeah, they look awesome. It's so funny looking at these figures because you're seeing a really nice sculpted body with armor, and you're looking like, oh, that's cool. And then you see the like, I don't know, standard like bird head that looks like it should be legitimately on a bird, so it looks completely wrong.
Go back to the page, the first page. Scroll up. Keep going. Right there. They got a raven, white raven, the cardinal, the griffin, the falcon, the owl, the rooster, the vulture, the phoenix. What's that say?
The Quetzalcoatl. I don't know what that is. And Minotaur.
The duck.
So
Minotaur the duck.
Minotaur the duck. So they're all, you know, obviously bird themed. And of course, they're the same quality that you've come to see from the Four Horsemen, and it's just something different. And I don't know, they're kind of awesome.
I've never. I mean, they do awesome work, and I've never been like a fan of what they've done in the past, like the aliens that you guys got, or the outer spacemen. I mean, they were neat, but I didn't go click on the owl. Find the owl. I want to see what the owl looks like. I was never a fan of wanting to get those, and then they kind of did. What's that thing that Danny did? They were like. I don't know, they were like female fighters or whatever. Didn't they do something else like that, like warriors or something like that?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, essentially. I mean, their stuff seems to be all in the same kind of like theme. They just have a different variation of the way they look. And the only problem, I like their stuff a lot. The problem I have is remembering to order them because you have to get them through their, you know, either go to the conventions and see them there, or
and they go fast.
Yeah, they go fast, or to order off their website, which it's not a big deal, but it is because because they're not a main toy company. It's hard to remember. Oh yeah, those are out, so I need to order them. So if they were, you know, in stores and stuff, I'd probably pick them up more often. But and the good thing about their stuff is anytime you ever buy any of the Four Horsemen's original toys like this, they hold their value for a long time. You'll be able to sell them for. And I haven't done this in a long time, but I have bought a lot of their stuff, you know, years ago, and I was able to sell it for almost double, like the next day after I got it, just because that stuff's so hot.
Depending on how much these are, I might get that cardinal. That raven's pretty awesome. Just depending on how much they are and what's the scale. What does it say? What scale they are?
It doesn't, but looking
they
at
gotta be
this,
6 inch because they're too detailed to be 3 3/4.
Looking at them, they look like they're in their standard.
Scroll back up.
Scale. But it does not. There's not very much detail about it as far as the size or price. But I would guess the pricing is probably going to be the $20 to $25 range. I wouldn't imagine they're more than that. At the very most 30, but that'd be pushing it, I would think. So there's that. And of course, you can find their stuff at the fourhorsemen.biz if you're interested in their stuff. Really? Okay. So, moving on. We got to look now at the Marvel Minimates from Diamond. And what we have from Diamond Select Toys is the showing of the Series 49 of the Marvel Minimates. And of course, this series will be focused on the new Iron Man 3 franchise that's coming out.
Dude, did you realize what you just said? Series 49, dude. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, it's Minimates. They're all in almost all their series are in the 50s now.
That's crazy.
I can't believe they're still going on. This series will have the following different figures in it.
Aldridge Killen, Cowboy Tony Stark, Iron Man Mark
42,
Iron Patriot, Toys R Us exclusive.
Yeah, so
the Mandarin, Toys R Us exclusive.
The 3 exclusives from Toys R Us are going to be Iron Man Mark 42, Iron Patriot, and the Mandarin. Those are going to be Toys R Us exclusives. And then Aldrich Killen, the Cowboy Tony Stark, and Maya Hassan and War Machine will be on the regular packs. And they should be hitting the stores here in April. So, you know, about a week or two, you're going to be seeing those things hitting the stores again. And you see some quick images here on the screen as I'm talking about it. Blah, 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 blah. You should know everything there is to know about this series by now. So, Iron Patriot looks kind of cool. And
where's the Mark 42?
I guess that would be...
No, scroll down. That's probably the regular set. Oh, yeah, you're probably right. It was probably just that basic one.
Yeah.
All right. Next story.
So, there you go, Marvel. Minimates still moving on. Minimates in general. So, moving on, we have a look from Miracle Productions. They released their new pictures of their upcoming masterpiece vehicle Voltron. And as you can see, as we're talking here, the pictures gives a better look at the colored sample.
I wish Dirt was here so we could ask him if he's going to buy this, because you see the price of that?
Yeah, actually, you know, looking at it's going to release here in April, so a couple weeks here. But they have a price tag of $269, and honestly, I thought it was going to be higher than that. So,
how tall is it?
I can't remember what we said it was. They had it. We talked about it a couple weeks ago.
I must have not been here that week.
Or several weeks ago. Maybe it was about a month ago. We talked about it. But it was pretty big. I want to say it was, and I'm totally making this up. I want to say it was about 24 inches. It's pretty big.
And how tall was the Mattel one? 4 foot, 3 foot, 2 foot? 2 foot. I think it was 24 inches, 2 foot. And it was how much when it was all said and done? About the same?
Oh, because you had to buy all the pieces, right? Yeah. So they were, $60. Well, shipping
some
everything.
Some of them were 50, some of them were 60.
So, and plus the shipping tax, let's say they're $80 a piece, right? So, and there was, 5 of them? So, you know, that's a whole bunch of money.
What was it? It'd be like
you're
$420.
a little over $300.
$420.
$3.50. You know, you had all the tax and whatever on top of it. So, I don't know. But it's vehicle Voltron. And
so, yeah, so definitely just pass on it.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people are not too into it, so that's definitely a specialty piece.
Well, depending on how many are made, that might make the value that much better. If they didn't make very many of them and they get bought up pretty quick, click on it. Let's see a bigger.
And the thing is, I'm not really 100% sure if it's if it's a solid piece or if they all break down.
Oh, if they don't break down, dude, it's a masterpiece figure. You would think that they would break into their own little pieces.
Well, looking at the sample of the picture, it's hard. It's not really. I mean, everything looks kind of like...
So...
Because it's a sample piece anyway, so who knows?
I'm sure it would have to break apart.
I mean, yeah, it would have to. Cause it looks,
for $270, it better break apart.
It looks here in a yellow foot here. It looks
and it ought to sing to you.
Snaps in. Yeah, and tell you bedtime stories. Okay, and finally moving on to our last bit of news here. Well, for the news articles. Icon Heroes reveals the Prince Adam Power Sword letter opener.
So now we have He-Man, Skeletor, and Prince Adam.
Yeah, so this one's going to be an AFX exclusive, and they're going to be for $19.99. They're available right now if you are to go into AFX's website. And it's basically just a repaint on the Prince Adam's Power Sword, and it's a letter opener, whatever. Honestly, I don't get these. I don't get this. Like, a letter opener, really? Why don't you just say it's a mini knife?
Because they can't sell it like that. Because they can't. Sometimes you can't ship stuff to different places when it's a knife or something like that. So it's a mini letter opener.
Yeah, well, I mean,
or it's a letter opener, not a mini.
I mean, I've seen them word stuff a little differently, but I would rather have full size replicas than a mini. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like it's a sword, but it's kind of like it's a dagger. It's not even a dagger. It's like it's a butter knife. Here's your Prince Adam butter knife.
If I walked in your house and you like you want butter on your waffles and you reached over and you just had a Skeletor sword, just like I would be happy. It would be like a smiley face of whipped cream on my waffles.
You know, it's almost if you could legitimately use it for that, like if it's a good enough blade that you could do that, I would, because I'd get more use out of it being in my silverware drawer and using it to spread butter on stuff or whatever than I would actually just looking at it in the box or putting it in the
You tell me you don't get a lot of letters?
I mean, really, who uses a letter opener?
Hey, I get about 4 letters a month.
I feel like a guy who's opening letters with a letter opener is some fancy guy sitting at his table with a walnut table. Let me open today's receivings, and he's popping open his letters
with a nice ass jacket.
Yeah, with a monocle, smoking a cigar.
He's got a nice ass jacket.
My dearest Bethany, you know, like who?
Dear John.
Yeah, I don't get it. So that part doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I appreciate the master stuff, but it seems like they're just reaching for anything right now, because it's, you know, it's coming to what I think is the end of the Masters popularity for this cycle. I think you got about another year and it's going to wang down. So, good for them. Keep pumping out product before it's all over with. So, that was actually the last bit of the news we have for this week. Not too many amazing things coming out, but good little mix for you.
Before we go on to the questions, I'm pretty sure Justice League Young Justice and the Green Lanterns are officially done now. But I just would like to go out on record here and say that Green Lantern is better than Young Justice. I know it's crazy, and we talk about it all the time. But Green Lantern was absolutely amazing. If you watch Young Justice, okay, fine. If you don't watch Young Justice, okay, go back and watch Young Justice. Even the Invasion one's good. But definitely watch Green Lantern. It makes me mad now when I think about it because now it's over. It's like, why can't... What do you want?
No, I'm about to tell you something you don't know about.
Okay.
I appreciate this.
You're looking at porn while I'm trying to in the middle of a story.
No, I'm not.
But I don't know why they can't get these people that do these cartoons to make these movies. Because it's like, the Green Lantern movie sucked compared to this cartoon. And there was no reason that this cartoon should be this good. I mean, it had everything in it, and it just ended amazing. So if you haven't checked that out, you have to go check it out. I don't know where to find it. I'm sure torrents will have it, or I'm sure it'll hit Netflix eventually. But don't forget, dude. Just download it off something. I know it's illegal, and I'm not telling you to do it, but maybe you should. Is that illegal to tell them to do that?
No, I don't think so. Okay. I think actually just doing it.
What are you doing?
So I want to tell you guys, this is something that I've only talked to Dirt about, but we're going to have a new person joining the Pop Culture Network. She will be doing videos specifically for our site and stuff like that, and she's a very popular person. A lot of you will know her. Her name is, and honestly we're just testing out this first video and see if you guys like it, and if it fits into us, we'll fold her into our content. So look out for that video, which in a couple days you'll see in our feed, and you can watch it and see if you like it, you know, and kind of just, if it works out, we'll continue to push videos from her, and we'll use her in our website. But her name is Tanya Tate. She has a website out there called Just a Lot Tanya, Tanya, and I'll put the .com down here so you can see it.
Just a Lot of Tanya.
And basically, she is
a porn star.
She is a girl who does video reviews on movies, comics, toys, and all that.
Does she not get naked?
And she's very popular. She's been to Power Cons, both the Power Cons.
Why are you ignoring my question? I'm asking you. Does she get naked?
Let me say what I'm saying before I tell you about it. She's British, okay, but the accent is not horrible like you may have heard previously on some of our people. So this is a little better. She's nice to watch, and of course her videos are funny just from a girl's perspective. So we'll have her doing some videos, and you can kind of go from there. We don't have any girls on our site, so this is kind of, well, no reviewers at least, and this will kind of help move that forward. However, to answer your question, yes, she is a British porn star.
Does she get naked in the videos?
In her British porn,
No.
porn videos, yes.
Well, she's like, look, this is the new Voltron. Here's my jacks.
So, you know, obviously that's what she does.
She just did it again.
She's in adult entertainment, and don't let that, you know, dissuade you from liking or even wanting to hear about this person. That was like something she did previously, and then now she's into this, you know, her personal stuff. And of course, it doesn't hurt, you know, being online, being a girl, and looking nice, and being into this stuff because it's very popular.
Okay, does she get naked now in the toy videos?
No, she will not be getting
naked.
That's
all you had to say
in our toy videos.
I'd watch it.
So, like I said, I've been having a lot of email correspondence with her, and we're gonna try it out, and we'll go from there, guys. You know. Fingers crossed this will work out. If you guys hate it, you know, just let us know, and we'll move on. But if you enjoy it, let us know. We'll keep them coming. So that's a pretty big deal, and she's very, very popular. So
she's bought and paid for also. Can we say that?
I don't think you're supposed to say that.
No. Oh.
So there it is, and it's kind of a surprise, kind of out of left field. She emailed me and asked to come aboard. So we'll see. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up our news. I do want to say...
Dirt's here. Should we wait for Dirt to do the questions? Take a quick break.
I hear him coming in. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come right back and see what we can do with Dirty Dirt. Back, yay!
Hi, guys!
Look, it's that guy.
Hello.
No one cared. Actually, we just lost 8 viewers.
Hey, how come we don't do a St. Patrick's Day episode?
Hey, well, happy St. Patrick's Day. Yeah.
That's what this is. This is our new famous St. Patrick's Day.
You know, I was just thinking we didn't do the live feed.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, because I wasn't here.
But it's
Yeah.
okay.
And-
Only 2 people are going to suffer.
And 3.
Because,
Dirt's mom watches.
yeah,
But she,
of course.
and we need to start doing like a Mount Pulaski Day too. Maybe like a Canadian Boxing Day videos.
Yeah, well,
Those are pretty big deals.
yeah, that's a pretty big deal. Yeah.
Those
I
are
can
bigger
see
than
that.
Christmas. You guys can get me
Mount
presents.
Pulaski is a big Canadian
yeah.
holiday?
No, you intertwine the two. Anyway,
He's just expanding our culture a little
we got a
bit.
lot of questions today.
So
Lot.
we got a handful of questions here
Like
that we're going
4.
to read, and now that Dirt's here not to ruin the news, we can move on.
Whoa!
Get your haircut?
Yeah, cut it myself, actually.
I could tell.
He had a Flowbee.
What?
He had a Flowbee.
No, actually, it's the dog clippers.
Oh.
I just use the dog clippers.
You missed your ears.
And then, well, yeah, I know. Those are starting to get... I usually wait until those are about an inch.
Oh
Jeez.
God! Stop touching
They're only
it,
they're only
dude.
about a
Read the
centimeter and a
question,
half
You got
right
like
now.
Duck Dynasty hair on your ears. That's
dude. Read the
crazy.
question.
all right. So the first question is from Orko, and he says, "Hey guys, I got this huge art show coming up on the 30th at a local comic shop in Columbia Heights, Minnesota. D-Pad Designs is hosting and sending you all this personal invitation. I'd be honored to see any of you guys there. It would mean a lot to me, and I wouldn't say no if somebody wanted to take videos for the Pop Culture Network." So that's not really a question as much as it's
A
him
plug.
telling him about his art show. Yeah, if you go to facebook.com/ I think it's D-Pad Designs, you can find his information, and he is doing Unrevealing, and I saw the flyer for it,
Unrevealing.
and I'm pretty sure it's a 7-foot.
No, you can't say yet.
Well, the flyer says that.
Well, the
much.
flyer
Oh,
says
does
it's a
it?
7-foot piece of art.
Piece
So
of
it
art.
doesn't say what it is.
You know what it is?
Something made out of pearl.
I'm sure it'd be
I know what it is.
Nintendo based or whatever. I don't know.
I know what it is.
Is it a Pikachu?
No.
Okay.
It's
We
him.
did
Send
actually
for him.
we did post this on our message board, so those of you who are regulars at jointheforums.com, you've already seen it. We also put it on our Facebook page to share it with everybody. So if you're in the Minneapolis area, it's one of those Minneapolis suburbs.
Yeah, just, honestly, if you guys are not following us on Facebook, go to Facebook right now, type in Pop Culture Network, and join us, because that is the best way to stay in tune with what we're doing every single day. A lot of times we do a lot more updates through there than we do the actual site, and best way for you to even link up with all of us and our own individual personal Facebook accounts and talk to us on a daily basis, as some of you already do. Except for that guy. You don't. Who cares?
Plus, everything we post on the website also posts onto Facebook. So,
And more.
you know, if you're
you're on the go,
it's a good way to see when the updates are, because we don't always update everything on a regular, like, hourly schedule or anything like that. So a lot of people just wait for it to pop up on Facebook and then click the link to pop over to the site.
Yeah, it's pretty random. That's what we're saying. So I guess we'll give the actual first question to Clone Yoshi, because that was just more or less a plug. So, Clone Yoshi asks, "Hey guys, I've noticed there are no Jason Todd Red Hood figures. Would you buy any figures of the character, and why do you think there is?
Why is there not
lack
a
of
Jason Todd
figure?
red-headed figure?
Red Hood.
Red
Not
Hood.
Redhead.
Or there is though.
Well, why is there not one of
Well,
those?
there's a Red Hood figure, but it's not Jason Todd Red Hood.
Yeah, the variant is actually Jason Todd.
Okay, well then tell them
The
about
variant's in the black leather jacket with the red head mask, like
Yeah.
motorcycle mask, like
Right.
thing. Okay.
And it's in the Hush series.
Okay. Well, because I've seen the regular
Isn't
red
Jason Todd
mask.
in the Hush?
Actually,
I'm gonna Google
technically,
it.
no, it was Clayface, but he looked like Jason Todd. So you thought it was Jason Todd, but then it wasn't actually Jason Todd. It was Clayface, but then Jason Todd did come back at a different time.
Well, that's
So it's
very
kinda confusing. Yes.
Okay, so I don't know. I'm good with Red Hood's really popular right now. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't really care for Jason
So that
Todd
figure's
as the Red
Clayface.
Hood. Yes, that was Clayface as Jason Todd.
So well, that's stupid.
So when you're reading the book, you're like, oh my god, Jason Todd is back from the dead, but then it turns out to be Clayface. It wasn't really Jason Todd, but then later on, they actually did bring Jason Todd
Isn't that convenient how it could be Clayface? Clayface, right?
Here's the thing I've always wondered. If you're a super villain or even a superhero that can change your shape, why isn't your voice still the same? You know what I mean?
Because he changes his voice box. Duh.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
how
rocket
do you
science.
how do you know how to turn your voice box in this? Like, you can look at a person, but I mean, how do you know how to exercise your voice box to get a different?
So
voice?
he's shocked by.
Practice.
But he's shocked by.
He's old by the time he knows that.
So you're shocked that they can manipulate their voice box, but completely
Yeah,
changing
no,
their
it's-
body to a different size and color and everything. It's just like, duh.
Well, yeah.
Well, it's science, and that doesn't fly.
Oh.
So whatever. Anyway, next question.
They can make a car that runs on water, man.
Hey, I was watching.
They've been doing that. They've been doing that.
What's that Batman that I watched the other day that I think it had Jason Todd in it? It was a cartoon. Something Batman.
Red Hood.
Yeah, I think it was.
Under the Red Hood.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
All of those DC direct to
I've
Blu-ray
yet
and
to see
DVD
a bad
movies
one.
are awesome.
I've yet to see a bad one. Superman vs. Doomsday is probably the worst one, and it is still good.
And that's only really because they tried to jam too much in there, and they had to change a bunch of it to make it fit because they didn't do all the Justice League and everybody. So
I still love it. It's just the worst of the videos.
Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't as good as the original.
What's the one that just came out? Doom, where Batman.
The latest was Dark Knight Returns. Dark Knight Returns 1 and 2.
Oh,
based off the
Frank
Miller.
Those?
Yeah,
I want to borrow those.
They're good. I got them on Blu-ray.
I don't have Blu-ray.
Well, see, that's your problem.
I'm a dirtbag.
Oh. You got
You got VHS?
I got the internet.
Laserdisc?
I can find you a copy.
Can it be a DVD copy?
I
can't buy it off you though, because that's against the law.
That's against the law?
Yeah, you can't buy internet.
Actually, the pack I bought with the Blu-ray, I think has a DVD. Like, it's a DVD Blu-ray combo pack. So I think I can just pull those out. You can watch them. But it's fantastic.
Is it?
It's the greatest thing ever.
Wow. Better than Doom?
Oh, yeah.
I love Doom.
Yeah, but this is amazing.
All right,
can we move on? Thank you.
Yeah.
Belgium, like ask, hey guys.
Fried waffles.
But not Scotty. As a European, I feel that Lego always was one of the most popular toys here. I remember a time as a kid in the 80s where Lego did not take up a huge section of the toy aisles in stores, along with Playmobil, Barbie, and in the 80s, of course, Masters of the Universe. I was wondering, was Lego a popular toy in America back in the 80s, or did it only gain popularity over time when Lego began releasing licensed themes like Star Wars?
Easy answer.
No, I don't know. I remember back in the 80s it had a pretty good size. It was slightly smaller than the aisle is now. But it had way better stuff. So,
well, it depends on what you mean by way better stuff.
Because, I mean, honestly, now in the Toys R Us aisles here in America, they take up a full run, a full lane. It's nothing but Lego. And, of course, Playmobil and all that stuff takes up its own other lane. And I remember back in the 80s, it was kind of like 3/4 of that size. So it's gained, a quarter of space retail-wise. But the I kind of liked the properties back then better, just because they were more simple and it didn't cost as much. And
that's what it was. You got a lot.
And the packs they released with just the figures, they understand that, hey, they need more guys in their castles, so they release a bunch of knights.
I think also one of the problems is they've gotten into so much licensed stuff that in order to create the licensed stuff, they have to make these set specific pieces. Whereas back in the old day, it was like you got a tub of bricks and you could make castles, you could make farmers, you could make police cars, you could make helicopters, whatever. But now everything has to be so
back then
formulated specifically.
Back then you would get the set, and then in the back of the book you would have like 10 other variations of stuff you could make, and of course now they just don't do that anymore.
Look, when something goes to McDonald's and the Happy Meal, it's a big deal. Lego was in the Happy Meals a long time ago. Lego was a big deal back then. Yeah,
and of course. So in the United States here, McDonald's did throughout the 80s have a deal with Lego every year.
And sometimes the 90s.
In some of the 90s, they would release with the Happy Meal toys, a little bag of Legos, actual Legos. Now, from the 2000s and currently, when you get anything Lego themed, it's not Legos.
It's already made.
It's a single molded piece, and it's sucks.
And it's also a little bit bigger. So it's got like the little Lego nubs, but they're too big for you to actually attach real Legos to.
Yeah, so it's more of an iconic look of the toy, but it has nothing realistic.
Like, you could actually build a helicopter. I bought you a set of those for Christmas.
Oh, I got all the sets from these. They're awesome.
But anyway, yeah.
They're for real Legos.
But yeah, I used to have a ton of Legos back in the day.
But they're stingy. They don't give you no minifigures. They just give you.
But the first thing to go is the instructions. Boom, gone instructions. Like, I don't know what this is. You just build your own house. That's it.
Yeah, I think most of my Legos just got thrown into a big bin and they became whatever sets.
Last question.
And the last question comes from Yoda Soup. He says, hey fellas, how often, if at all, do you go looking at yard sales, flea markets, and used stores for stuff you collect? Killen, I'm sure you look. If you look long enough, you can find your own tiger face shirt. So right now, before we move on, I'm gonna post this picture of a guy who came into our store, who was so ridiculous that I had to take his picture. He was wearing a full-on tiger shirt.
Well, first of all,
so when he wasn't looking, I took a little snap.
First of all, if it would have been a guy that was in shape and he looked halfway decent, yes, it would still would have looked better. Instead, it was Garbage Pail Kid Dumpy Dump Face, and he's just like, bleh.
I wasn't in here on my day off.
Yeah, you was, and you had a tiger shirt on. That's exactly what it was. It was dirt with a tiger shirt on.
No, it was crazy. He's wearing this full-on tiger shirt, and he's wearing like these khaki pants, and they kind of like he thought, oh, they match, and. Like, you could totally... And the first thing I saw when he came up to me and asked me some questions, I was just like, bro, cool shirt. You know? So I don't know how you didn't see me take his picture, too, because I had my camera phone up, and I was, like, trying to get him for, like, 5 minutes. And then all you hear is, click, and then I laugh. I'm like, so I put it on Facebook. But anyway, so you guys see the picture.
Yeah, I was kind of excited because like I updated Facebook on my phone, so now I get to see all the captions before the picture. It takes 10 minutes for the pictures to load for whatever reason.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like this guy came into my shop with a tiger shirt, and I was like, oh, I just figured it's gonna be like a wolf shirt, where it's just like a picture of a tiger on the shirt. No, the whole thing's a giant tiger face with long sleeve tiger print all over. I'm just like, that's legit.
And what's better is not like a cotton material. It was like a woman's blouse, stretchy.
Like
silk? Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, you got to see it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's class.
What is the question?
I'll tell you. So back to the question: do we go looking at yard sales, flea markets, and used stores? Yes, constantly, all the time.
No,
as much as possible. Any place I can go where I can stop, and if I even remotely think there's going to be toys or anything in it, like even like an antique store on the highway, I'll go in and look for sure.
I do not.
I don't go garage selling unless it's like a whole. It's nice outside. And this entire neighborhood is doing a garage sale, and it's like every other house has garage. I'm not gonna go. Yeah. I'm not gonna drive 10 minutes to this one house. I don't
do that anymore.
10 minutes to this other house.
I kind of miss that though.
Not me.
The only times I do anything like that is I'll take the kids with me, and I give them each like $5 or $10, and it's just like, all right, buy whatever you want. Let's go around. And
then he's like, hey, can I borrow $10?
Phil will buy like the mini donut maker. You know, from somebody's, and Libby will buy like a walking stick, you know, but it's like, I just always have this thing about used toys at garage sales, because like a lot of times, like my grandpa would go out to garage sales, and he'd come back with these big Ziploc bags of toys for me. It'd be like He-Mans with like the hands all chewed up, you know, and I'm just like I don't want toys that someone else has obviously like had in their mouth or stuck up their bunghole or, you know, whatever.
You're always so weird. You always think everybody's diseased everything. Why don't you just wipe it down and move on?
It's just gross.
Because they don't sell the wipes at the garage sale, Damien.
Yeah, you'd have to touch it to pick it up from the garage sale.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, for the most part, if I'm at like an antique mall or whatever, I'll be like, oh, I'll look around, see if they have some toys here. And if I find some, then whatever. But usually I just don't go to garage sales. I just don't really...
Yeah, and you know what? It's harder and harder these days because it seems like everybody like realizes.
That's you.
Yeah, only you have the dumb tone. So everybody realizes now stuff is worth stuff. So now every time you go anywhere, they're like, everything's jacked up in price. People are like, oh, it's an old Nintendo game. I want $20. But it's like, it's Madden.
Is that Blu-ray or Bluetooth?
Yeah.
Show them.
Like that.
That's my Bluetooth.
He's so proud of this ridiculous phone.
That's ridiculous. How much was that?
I actually have the cradle for it on the dashboard of the truck.
How much was that?
So it's actually sitting.
It's like a bat phone?
Yeah.
I need it.
But this, they have them now at deals for $5.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say, if it's more than like $5-10, it's not worth it. Does it work?
Yeah, actually it works really well.
Not really well.
I talked to you the other day on it.
Oh, it does work well.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
Whatever day you called about something.
We're out of here.
But anyway.
All right, so I guess that ends it. And I guess we'll name this episode Tiger Shirt Guy.
So what news did you talk about?
We talked
Crouching
about
shirt.
You should have been here.
Crouching fat guy, hidden shirt. Crouching tiger, hidden fat guy.
We talked about random Batman guys running around screaming.
Yeah, did you watch that video I sent you?
Yes.
How was it?
Of the guy just with the bat pod, just running down the street? That was pretty good.
Amazing. We're going to put the link on this video. Go watch that.
So anyways.
And I love how it's obviously like in like the Netherlands or
Yeah.
something. Like it's totally not, you know.
They don't even know what Batman is.
Yeah, exactly.
What is this Batman?
So be sure to
They speak.
post your questions for next week at jointheforums.com. You can go
Durka,
there,
Durka,
look
Sultan.
into the toy category and look for the Figures podcast subcategory, and go ahead and post your questions for what will be episode 194 next week.
And there's only a couple episodes left.
Yeah.
And if you watch Young Justice and Green Lantern, put in the comments what you like better. I want to know which one.
And go ahead and remember, if you want to look at past episodes of the show, please go to figurespodcast.com.
Is it valid to say that Young Justice Season 1 was better than Green Lantern Season 1, but Green Lantern Season 2 is better than
Well, there's
Young
always
Justice
Green
Season 2?
Lantern Season 2.
I thought they were on their second season.
Same season. Everything's
Oh.
still Season 1.
But it like stopped in the middle then.
Yeah, but I mean, they took a break. Young
Oh.
Justice Invasion is still Young Justice Season 1.
Oh, really?
And of course,
Oh, I
for
thought this
everybody
was
who's watching
season
this on YouTube, please
Alright.
be sure to subscribe. And remember to go to popculturenetwork.com for all your news, information, for all things you love. And one more thing, be sure also to visit shoppcn.com. Of course, you'll find the link at the end of this video, where you can buy over 100,000 different video games, toys, comic books, all the stuff you love and we talk about every single week. And every dollar you spend there helps support the Pop Culture Network.
Wait, 100,000. Is that legit?
Over 100,000. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
He's got 100,000 DVDs in the bathroom.
Well, yeah, okay.
That's true.
But they're not all... Oh, no, all of those are listed.
But I guess that'll be it for this week, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
You can't do that.